The housing numbers have been great. They've been a little less great of late over the last month or so. So they've gone from great to pretty good. Most of everything else has gone from good to bad. So on a relative basis, housing still looks good. From a rate of change, these numbers have been huge. So here, well, in reference to this chart, housing starts and permits have been big. So new housing construction, you've seen numbers up 20%, up 30% plus in the first half of the year over year. The June data was another new high. But what we had, so in June particularly and in May as well, you've had this pull forward effect. So there's this impending NYC tax exemption expiring, which gave you a tax exemption for constructing multifamily units. You had to have permitting done by June. So ahead of that, you saw this massive pull forward in permitting, and you can see it there in the chart. So got a step function move higher in May, and then we're up 632% in New York state permitting in June. So that juiced the numbers in June on the permit side. A little bit on the start side. You're going to see the hangover effect from that in the July data, which comes out next Tuesday. So if you, just for context,
you're saying New York juiced the total.
Correct.
Countrywide. And now what, I mean, that's weighted, I'm sure, somehow?
Yep, and it's the numbers are reported seasonally seasonally adjusted at an annual rate. So the New York data gets aggregated into the New England data, and then the New England data gets aggregated into the national totals. I think the New England totals were up because of this, primarily up something like 300% year over year in June. But if you see we've been talking about this for probably about a month. You've seen estimates for permits come in the last week, so the market's discounting it a little bit at this point. I'd say the risk is probably still to the downside. But if you see New York and New England permits normalize, or Northeast permits normalize, you're looking at just that in isolation. You're looking at a down 12 to down 15% number. Again, some of that is baked in. But at the same time, it'll be, the first bad housing number from a headline perspective that we've seen in some time.